All right, greetings. Welcome back to Blackbird News, where everything is connected. Time to go live. Let's do it live. And we're doing the usual news roundup for June 5th, 2025. Talking about various and sundry and battling a lot of, I don't know, heavy suppression, it looks like today. But we'll see. We're here. We're doing the damn thing. Bella's here. What's up, man? We're just going to get it going. For Christ's sakes. For crying out loud. Maybe we'll start with this. Trump reinstitutes travel ban for 19 nations. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. Supposedly it's supposed to mean national security. Everybody and their mama is covering how Elon is going at Trump. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but he's up in the stakes to try and make you believe it. I don't know. He's been tweeting for several days like, this is ridiculous. Who would support such a thing? And people have been calling it out for the theater that it is, but now he's amped it up even more. I guess as a distraction. It must be a distraction for something. I'm positive. Or is Elon really on tilt? I don't know. I don't think so. I used to be, I don't know if neutral would be the word, but I used to view Elon as kind of a peripheral, interesting person, I guess. And when he bought X, I thought, I don't know, maybe. Maybe it could be better. I'm not sure. It hasn't really turned out to be much different for me at all in any way, shape, or form. Other than the fact that I can live stream to X. We're live on X, by the way. We're live on Rumble and we're live on YouTube. But I've come to loathe Elon Musk, as many have come to loathe him. And I feel like this is an attempt by him to burnish his image for the masses, to try and he has been going down as far as how people view him. His companies are taking a hit in popularity. And yeah, his image is not the brand of Elon Musk is not what it once was. And he looks, something's going on with him. Obviously, he looks really strange. He's doing a lot of strange movements out in public. Looking like he already has a brain implant, or he's on drugs, or both. And then he showed up with a black eye the other day. And a lot of people had questions about that. Because the black eye thing is the thing. And anyways, I think he's just trying to resurrect his bona fides, I guess. His libertarian outsider. I'm against it. I was pro-Trump, but now I'm anti-government and anti-spending. JMW says, Elon, your floppy disk is showing. Anyways, we'll talk about that. Anyway, so real quick, Trump has instituted a re-up travel ban on 19 countries. He issued a new presidential proclamation restricting immigration and travel from 19 countries identified as national security threats or public safety risks. The order builds on prior Trump-era immigration actions and comes after a review by U.S. security and intelligence officials According to the administration, the goal is to block entry from countries that lack proper screening systems, host terrorist networks. So they'll be restricting immigration from Israel, right? Oh, no, not Israel. Sorry, they're not on the list. Or have high visa overstay rates. The move is already drawing both support and criticism, blah, blah, blah. What are the countries, you ask? I'll tell you. 12 countries face a full suspension of immigrant and non-immigrant visa entry. These are Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. 7 additional countries face partial restrictions. Nationals of Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela will face limits on tourist, student, and exchange visas, as well as on immigrant entry. So there you go. There's the long and the short of it. I'm going to look at this real quick. And this should interest Joseph. I don't know where Joseph's at. He used to watch on Rockfin, and we're not on Rockfin, so maybe he's lurking out there. I don't know. Earth's axis is shifting, and our water consumption is to blame. Humans are now blamed for also, this is from Disclosed. Humans are now also blamed for altering the planet's mass distribution and throwing the Earth's axis out of balance. Well, if you understand some physics, it's not a weird thing. Especially the mass distribution. If you dig up trillions of tons of material to build things, to mine, to make things, to burn things, and then ship them all over the, right? You suck up billions of gallons of water to make things to, right? Process things to, to drink, to use, whatever. You dig up all this stuff, you make stuff with it, and you ship it all over the earth. Like, why wouldn't you upset the mass balance of the planet? I don't know why that's far-fetched. Let's see if we can find this. Read a short synopsis of it. The Earth's axis is indeed shifting, primarily due to the redistribution of groundwater over the past few decades. Between 1993 and 2010, the Earth's rotational pole shifted by more than 78 centimeters, or 30 inches, due to groundwater extraction, which totals over 2,150 gigatons of water extracted from underground sources during that period. Gigatons. Researchers have found that groundwater extraction is the second most significant factor in the long-term variation of the Earth's rotational axis. After the melting of the Greenland ice sheet, the shift is occurring at an estimated rate of 1.7 inches per year. Additionally, the melting of ice sheets and glaciers, along with rising sea levels, also contribute to Earth's axis shift. These factors collectively cause the Earth's axis to drift, impacting the planet's rotation and potentially influencing global climate patterns over geological timescales. What's up, Extra Bulla in the house? Oh, you are. Oh, JMW. I am he. Hey, man, what's up? I don't know why I didn't recognize you as Joseph Wood here. You are lurking. You're lurking as JMW. There you go. Sorry. I thought you were just a whole other entity. Nope. That's you. Hold on. I'm going to zoom in on your. Oh, you have a bird in your picture. Huh. Right on. I get chatters confused. Some, people have different names on every. Like that Bella guy has about 300 different names. I don't know who I'm talking to. You all could be Bella Lugrisi for all I know. You all could be the same person, and that would be Bella, or Osama number 5, or Oswami, or I don't know. Okay. Let's keep it going. See, someone sent me this on X. The mother of all car fires is burning in the Pacific Ocean after a fire broke out on a cargo ship carrying more than 3,000 vehicles, including some electric vehicles. Fire broke out on Tuesday on the Morning Midas, the Coast Guard said. We're going to get the actual article. Oh, no. No. The ship was about 300 miles south of Adak, Alaska, when the fire started. Cargo ship was carrying 350 metric tons of gas fuel, 1,530 metric tons of very low sulfur fuel oil. The Coast Guard reported the ship carried 3,048 vehicles, with 70 fully electric vehicles and 681 hybrid electric vehicles. Here's some. En route from China to Mexico. Okay, so we went from Twitter article back to Twitter now. All the crew members have been evacuated. Let's see. The Coast Guard representative said the fire was being allowed to burn out while ships watched at a distance due to fears that lithium-ion batteries in the electric vehicles could explode. According to the New York Times, the incident does sound consistent with a failure in electric vehicles, especially the deployment of the CO2 system and the reignition, said Sean DeCrane, a director with the International Association of Firefighters, according to the Washington Post. Prevailing wisdom is that it takes 10,000 gallons of water to put out a single lithium-ion EV fire. When you multiply that by the number of vehicles on a ship, you may sink the ship before you put the fire out. So let it burn, boys. Let it burn. What does the M in JMW stand for, Joseph? Hope to God it's not morning. Okay, anyways. Little junior high school humor there. Max. All right. Let's keep going. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Imagine one of these yokels coming up to your door carrying a package. Amazon to test humanoid robots for deliveries. The robots may ride in Amazon's more than 20,000 electric Rivian vans and deliver packages. Packages, you say? Let's see. Amazon is developing software for humanoid robots that could eventually take the jobs of delivery workers. And you don't need the drivers either, I guess. The information reported on Wednesday, citing a person familiar with the matter. Reuters could not immediately confirm the report. Amazon is completing construction of a humanoid park. All right, fun for humanoids. An indoor obstacle course at one of the company's San Francisco, California offices, where it will soon test such robots. The report added, company is developing the artificial intelligence software that would power such robots, adding that Amazon plans to use hardware from other firms in its tests for now. Amazon did not immediately respond to a request for a comment outside its regular business hours. What? What? In a series of announcements on Wednesday, Amazon demonstrated how stockroom robots, delivery people, and its sprawling warehouses will all benefit from a hefty dose of AI speeding packages to customers' doorsteps. Sweet, bro. Sweet. All right. And Waymo. That rhymes with lame-o. Every time I hear the word Waymo, I think lame-o. It's Waymo's world. We're all just writing in it. The website of the California Public Utilities Commission is not the first place you go looking for signs of progress in one of the world's sexiest industries. One company is doing very well, and that's the company is called Waymo. Unless you live in one of the few cities where you can hail a ride from Waymo, which is owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, it's almost impossible to appreciate just how quickly their streets have been invaded by autonomous vehicles. Y'all have this in your town? Anybody seen a Waymo yet? Anybody? Nobody? They're all over LA. But do you get deliveries by drone, Kate? Have you gotten one? Is it still, I don't know. I mean, I see it happening in movies, right? Where they tell me that they can deliver things by drone. Have I ever seen anything delivered by drone with my own eyes? Never once. So apparently this is a thing that that no. Okay. Apparently this is a thing that can happen, but I've not witnessed. Has anybody gotten anything delivered by drone yet? Or is this a thing that happens in the movies or in Black Mirror? It is not really operational yet. I'm not sure. You're just making shit up, Kate? All right. That's, how do I get through half my day? Haha. Anyways, Waymo was doing 10,000 paid rides a week in August 2023. By May 2024, the number of trips in cars without a driver was up to 50,000. In August, it hit 100,000. Now it's already more than 250,000. After pulling ahead in the race for robo-taxi supremacy, Waymo has started pulling away. I guess you could say they give Waymo rides than everybody else. Come on, I thought it was funny. I guess they did, Bella. Let's see. It's not just because Waymo is expanding into new markets. It's because the way existing markets have come to embrace self-driving cars. In California, the most recent batch of quarterly data reported by the company was the most encouraging yet. It showed that Waymo's number of paid rides inched higher by roughly 2% in both January and February, then increased 27% in March. My God. In the nearly 2 years that people in San Francisco have been paying for robot chauffeurs, it was the first time that Waymo's growth slowed down for several months, only to dramatically speed up again. Anyways, if you haven't seen one, they look like this. They're the cars that have this weird, like, siren-looking gyro on the top. Stop acting like a Waymo, says Salt Lakers. They also have some gyros on the front corners. They're weird, but you get used to them, and they are ubiquitous now in LA. Pretty much see them everywhere. Haven't been in one. Probably won't be in one anytime soon. But we'll see. Would you take a robo air taxi? Would anybody be game for that? Like if they had an air, we'll helicopter you to the stadium for $60. Take a Waymo to the Bevmo, where you can drink a lot and walk in slow-mo. Had a science teacher, his name was Shlomo. Every day I trade crypto, I try to avoid the FOMO. Come on. Anybody got a beat? Let's go. take the Waymo to Gitmo, lest you be shipped to El Salvador. No more robo. God dang it. All right. Is anybody watching on X? We don't got one person watching on X. I find that hard to believe. It's hard for me to know whether the numbers are real or not. Anytime people are watching. But I just assume it's like way more than they're telling me, because that's how they roll. For me, anyways. I see. Yes. Then let's keep it in the comedy field. If we can. I look much taller on X. All right. Let's keep going, because, man, time's a wasting. Or maybe I just don't have that much. I have lots to talk about, but generally, this is a big story. I mean, beyond the fact that everybody wants to talk about Elon. Is it really that interesting of a story? I feel like it's pretty apparent that Elon is just acting. He's saying that without his help, well, he went as far as to say without his help, Trump wouldn't have won. And that Trump is ungrateful to him. Okay. You got to really play it up, to make it look real. Really gotta. Maybe that's why it's showing that nobody's watching on X, because I've been telling Elon that his acting is terrible. It sucks, bro. I don't believe you. Oh my God, nobody believes you. Anyways, this is a very interesting story that's come out. All of the attention that is being paid to the injection of AI into the government by Peter Thiel and Alex Karp and Elon Musk, which is, I'm sure, why he's doing this terrible gig. He's got this terrible gig right now. This little off-Broadway theater production that he's doing called, Let Me Look Like I'm Mad at Trump or whatever. They're injecting AI and Palantir services all up in the government. And interestingly enough, this guy, Peter Thiel, got his start with a little help from Jeffrey Epstein. What? Jeffrey Epstein's legacy lives on in the people he funded and the ventures that he funded years ago. They didn't give us Epstein's client list, but they did give his dark money collaborators a $795 million contract to build a master surveillance database for your future social credit score. You don't hate the government enough. I don't know. So here's the headline. Jeffrey Epstein invested with Peter Thiel, and his estate is reaping millions. He started putting $40 million into Velar Ventures, a firm backed by Peter Thiel. Today, the investment is worth about $170 million. My God. Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find another version of this. So, no Epstein client list, no revelations on whether he's still alive. He knew how to use his Peter. That's pretty good, Salt Lickers. Here, no, not there. Not there. Jeffrey Epstein invested $40 million into Peter Thiel's Velar Ventures during 2015 and 2016, creating what has become the largest remaining asset in the deceased financier's estate. The investment, now valued at approximately $170 million, according to the confidential estate documents reviewed by the New York Times, represents a 325% return over nearly a decade. The previously undisclosed investment in Velar Ventures, co-founded by Silicon Valley billionaire Thiel, specializes in providing startup capital to financial services technology companies. Epstein's estate analysis shows this holding as the primary asset among roughly $200 million in total remaining estate value 6 years after his suicide in federal custody while awaiting sex trafficking charges. All right. Epstein was considered a well-known advisor to world leaders, top universities, and philanthropic organizations. I wonder why. The venture capital investment remains locked up under typical fund restrictions, preventing immediate cash distribution. When Epstein died, his estate totaled approximately $600 million. Don't forget, we read about how his bank started transferring some money after he was dead, supposedly. Aaron and the redhead. Oh, Max. Yeah. Right on, Kate. I don't know. I'm considering picking another time to go live. I know. Everybody hates when I change the time. Um, everyone hates when I change the time of the show, but I'm considering it because, man, when I go live, it seems like every time I go live, like everybody else and their mom is live. Like everybody. Max Blumenthal's always live. Lee Camp is always live. You know, who else goes live when I go live all the time? Revolutionary Blackout Network. Like there's like 3, 4, 5 people that are, you know, I go live and everybody's going live at the same time. So maybe maybe I should just pick another time. I'm considering, but whatever. Whatevs, yo. What about 1 in the morning? No, sir. Bella asks if 11 works. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I would have to do. I could do earlier, but I'm really considering doing later, actually. But I've done 11. I've done 10. Might be good to go live like really early. There are a few different reasons I'd like to do a different time. Actually, not just the fact that I'm always Pasta is always live when I'm live. Not just the fact that I'm always up against like 8 other people. Let me see who's live right now. Rathbone, Craig, Pasta is live. Max Blumenthal is live. Dustin Stockton, I have no idea who that is, but he's live too. Anyways. Now I'm thinking about doing like later in the afternoon. Just because, I don't know, it's right in the middle of the day when I do noon. And it worked for me, last year at one time. But right now it's kind of a momentum. It's kind of a momentum goocher. Like I'm up early in the morning and I'm going about my day and I'm kind of trying to do some other things. But like the show is like right in the middle of the day. So makes it hard to kind of get things done before the show. And it makes it, after the show, it's already like afternoon. I've got to eat lunch. And by then it's like, I'm out of gas. I'm out of steam. So, I don't know. So I'm thinking like maybe I should do the show later. 4:20. Maybe 4:20 might be the time. Maybe I should do it at the end of the afternoon so I can give myself. Noon does mean middle of the day. Yes. Yeah. It's just right in the middle of me doing anything else. So, and that it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that, other things take more momentum. 11:11. That's an interesting time to do it too. Yeah, I mean, this show takes work and takes time and effort, energy. But other things that I might be doing take like way more, way more logistic kind of, maneuvering for me. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyways, I'm not changing the time right now. Not yet. I'll let you know. I'll make a big old announcement if I change the time, I promise. Your meditation goes live at 11:11. Okay, so maybe not that time. Anyways, Epstein bankrolled Peter Thiel. Why does this matter? The venture capitalist investment remains locked up under typical fund restriction, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the revelation comes as Palantir Technologies, co-founded by Peter Thiel, faces scrutiny over claims it supported federal data collection efforts under the Trump administration, according to the New York Times. 13 former employees have called on the company to cut ties with the administration, citing privacy concerns, claims Palantir has denied. Do you think that's going to happen? Oh, you gotta cut ties with the Trump administration. Really? Do you think they're going to be like, oh, yeah, totally, you're right. Oh, totally. No, I'm going to have to do a little more than that. But, it's something to be said, I guess. Am I ruining the rest of your day? I apologize if I'm ruining your day with the news. By the way, if you like the show, if you appreciate the show coming to you for free Monday through Friday on the regular, and you want to see the show continue to come to you on the regular, consider supporting the show financially. There are lots of ways to do that in the description box. There's links and stuff. All the usual suspects are there. PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Zelle, Ko-Fi, Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, Substack, etc. Lots and lots of ways to support the show. Many of you support the show on the regular. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. For show. No, sorry. That's dumb. Any whoozlewits. JMW says, would anybody here leave your non-human or human child with any of these people in these reports? How is it they get elected and appointed? I believe they appoint themselves. It takes a certain amount of hubris, I think, to work yourself into these positions. And then once you're there, look out. The world is your oyster. We're live on Rumble too, by the way, if anybody cares. Rumble tried to keep me from going live today. I didn't really understand what was going on. I guess they wanted me to verify my telephone number, which I totally did. I was happy to do it and just gave it right over to them. I mean, it's my phone number. All right. Somebody supported me on Ko-Fi. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Kate, appreciate you. You rock. You rock because you're now rocking with the best. You wouldn't trust them around your Waymo? Couple more things to talk about. The U.S., in a surprise vote, the U.S. vetoed the UN call for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Again, I feel like it should say again, right? The headline should say again. Netanyahu says, we thank the United States and Trump for once again showing our enemies that there is no daylight between us. I don't think they said that. And this is a great meme here. That's a punchable face. If I were to punch a face, it would be that one. Somebody asked why the Trump administration is fighting for a ceasefire in Ukraine and not in Gaza. I mean, they're not. They're only doing that verbally. They're not really fighting for a ceasefire in Ukraine. If anybody's figured that one out yet. That was just some red meat to throw to his base, or a populist, that was a populist stance to take. Remember populism? Appeal to the people. Populist politics should be, politics that serves the people. But as it stands right now, populism just means saying stuff that people like. That's really just, I feel like that should be the definition, the dictionary definition of populism. Just saying stuff that people like and go, okay, that sounds good. We'll do that. Yeah, this guy can do that. Okay, great. We'll vote for him. And then you just get in office and you go, oh, I said that? What did I say? Remember Obama? He was really good at that stuff. In recent memory, he was one of the most popular and also populist in his message presidents. That's how he got elected in the first place. He just said a bunch of stuff that everybody was like, that sounds really good. Okay. I like it. I'm on board. And then he got into office and he was like, remember all that stuff I promised you? Well, let's see. I got an email from Jamie Dimon and some others. And they told me what they wanted me to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that instead. Oh, I need to play you this. Here we go. This is a great little video to round out the show. It's comedy and it's tragedy all at the same time.
We're U.S. politicians. I can't do anything to stop a genocide. Best I can do is call you a terrorist. We're U.S. politicians. Don't ask me to care about dead kids. I just don't. We're U.S. politicians. I proudly represent the state of Maryland. Obviously. We're U.S. politicians. How do we sleep at night, you ask? Benzodiazepines. We're U.S. politicians. You think I care about voters? No, babes. We're U.S. politicians. Investing in public school systems is so communist. My donors prefer prisons. We're U.S. politicians. Stop being poor. We're U.S. politicians. I can't do anything to stop a genocide. Best I can do is call you a terrorist.
Pretty funny. The sound quality wasn't the best on that video, but what she had to say was pretty spot on. And lastly, Alex Karp is a psychopath. We all know this. It's not new news. The Palantir CEO calls Colombia anti-Israel protests pagan and says he dreams of drone striking his enemies. This is a good meme for MAGA. All right, guys, that's it. Oh, it's Thursday. Well, I will tell you that tomorrow the show will be at a different time tomorrow. What time will the show be tomorrow? What time will the show be tomorrow? The show is going to be Man, show's going to have to be at like 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. You guys down for a 3 hours earlier? Yeah, let's do 9 a.m. tomorrow. I know it's a switch up for everybody, but 9 a.m. 12 Eastern. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. 12 Eastern. Just because I have something to do in the middle of the day tomorrow. That's quite important. And it's must be done. It's got to be done. All right, thanks everyone. Appreciate you. You're all great. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, toodaloo.